This is radio voice.
Welcome, and the score of the ball game is 15-2.
Whatever. And say like you're in a big cave.
So big. So big. All kinds of people up there.
And now, you see this? This is everything here. This is the exact same thing, but this is the digital version. And the reason why everything in theater has gone to this digital version because you can basically say you have one scene where you have 12 people on stage with microphones. So instead of having to bring up 12 channels, the next scene there's only 2 people on stage. Say these 2 people are on stage. And you'd have to basically go and either mute all the channels real fast or bring all the faders down real fast. With this, you can just program it and move to the next scene. And those people are already up. And if you're fortunate, it's got a smaller element than that, so you don't see it on your forehead. So some of them are really tiny, and you usually try to paint them flesh color to whatever the actor's skin tone is, and a lot of them are pretty much invisible. For the most part, you're going to see it if you look for it. If you're in the first 4 or 5 rows. But if you're up there in the top, it's magic. People talking, it's just loud. We run into a little bit of problems with wireless frequencies because now, like with HD radio and digital television, they're using frequencies that weren't used in the past and that we could use, but now they will run into a little bit of a clash with it, and they have lobbyists and everything like that trying to regulate so that we have frequencies that won't get interfered with, because you never know. You could be doing a show, you check your microphone in the daytime, you don't get any interference, and then at night a corporation wants to send a certain amount of information and they'll scan for open channels, and a little mic pack like this only puts out 1 millivolt, which to that data transfer is not even there. So in the middle of your show, they'll just send a bunch of noise down your channel, and there's nothing you can do about it. So they're working on trying to fix that, and you really only run into that problem when you have a whole bunch of microphones, and we have had stuff in here with 60 wireless microphones, and there's only so many frequencies out there. So. But that'll get better over time. It just saves a lot of room on the stage, because instead of having an amplifier for each individual speaker, you just have it mounted in the back of the speaker, and all you have to do is send a line to it. But you have to have a power amp, and this has a subwoofer and a tweeter, so this handles all the high frequencies up here, and this handles all the low frequencies. And then some sound systems will even have another part, so this will be high, this will be mid-range, and then it'll have a subwoofer handle all the low speakers. And then you can send different signals to different speakers, and you can change the image on stage. And what that means is when you're out in the audience, you have speakers on each side, you have a speaker in the front, and a speaker down there. Instead of it sounding like the sound's coming from the speaker, you can change the delay time to pull your focus down to the actor on stage. So that these speakers are kind of invisible. You don't want to know they're there. You don't want your focus drawn to that. You want it drawn to the stage. So I would put a delay, see if an actor were about 15 feet upstage, I'd put roughly 15 millisecond delay on that, so that when he speaks, it takes 15 milliseconds for the sound to get to the speakers, so it'll sound more like it's coming directly